True humility is getting on stage in front of 1,000 people and dancing to an ABBA song while completely sober.
Just being humble.
True humility, I think it's really always thinking about other people.
I think true humility is the ability to say that I don't know.
Not caring what other people think about you.
True humility is being married.
True humility is knowing how great you really are and then being humble.
True humility is earning enough money to live substantially, but not having so much that you live in luxury, and being able with that money to provide for the poor and the needy by employing them, by giving what you have.
Everybody knows humility is a virtue. If you ask, should you be humble? Is it a good thing to be humble? Everybody will tell you it's the right thing, it's a good thing. Everybody should be humble, but not for me. Why not for you? You know, don't you want to be virtuous? Don't you want good stuff? Don't you want to do the right thing? Yeah? Yeah, but humility has a bad PR. It has a bad impression. When I ask people, tell me, most humble man in this world would walk through the door. What would you expect to see?
Probably be wearing something one color, like black looking, not very exciting.
Just a meek individual.
They'd have wrinkles.
They say, well, a meek guy who said, pardon me, am I interrupting? I really don't want to impose. We don't want to be that guy. So, in reality, the Torah teaches us who was the most humble man in the world. That was Moses, Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses. Now, if Moses would walk through the door, what would you expect to see? The man who came to Pharaoh and said, let my people go. Or, yeah, the man who split the Red Sea, the man who guided us through the desert for 40 years. What would you expect to see? Everybody knows charisma. Charisma.
He'd be wearing a shawl. He'd have long curly hair. He'd have a beard. And he'd be dark-skinned. And he'd probably have chapped lips.
He would have wrinkles and soft eyes.
Kind of short, long white beard, cane, robe, sandals.
Moses is very tall.
I think he would look like a shepherd.
He'd have a big, long white beard and a huge staff. And about a couple million people behind him.
There's charisma, there's leadership, it's power. So what is humility? What is humility? We much more easily understand arrogance than humility. It's the opposite, but everybody understands arrogance. Arrogance says, me, I'm everything, I know everything, and I'm all that counts. Yeah? So bend over so I can step on your head because I got to reach for a book. That's an arrogant man. And boy, we don't like him. Yeah? So what's humility? Humility is, I don't count. I don't know everything. I don't know much. I know very little. Well then, what's the virtue? Yeah, you don't count. You don't. What counts is what's right. What counts is you. What counts is truth. What counts is good. Now, that is charismatic. We want to follow a man who we know is not going to be intimidated, is 100% for reality, for truth, can't be bought, can't be seduced. That's the leader. So, if you're going for the presidential elections in the United States, you know, the guy Bush stands up and he says, please vote for me. I need re-election. Why? I love Air Force One. And I need the money, I need the income. And then when I retire, there's a nice retirement plan. And my kids like the hail to the chief. So please give me your vote. We say, wow, that's refreshingly honest. This guy's refreshingly honest. He's not going to get many votes. We want the guy to say, I give my life for the American people. I want to finish the job that I started. Bring all that I care about. Give me your vote so that I can work for you. Yeah. Whether we believe him or not, but that's what we want to hear. So when you're talking to someone, you want to hear that he's interested in you, that he's interested in your benefit, that he wants to be helpful, that he wants to understand you, he wants to do the right thing. And that's what humility does. It gives you the power to be meaningful. So humility happens to be a very powerful tool for living, because you're looking objectively and you're not afraid. You can't be bored. You're on the job. You're objective. And you're using all your powers for a higher purpose. So it's very powerful. It has bad PR, public relations image, but it's worth working for because it unleashes all that is good within you.
The most humble person I've ever met, without a doubt, has to be my older brother, Josh. He'll just do anything for anybody.
The most humble person I ever met is my mother. She's an amazing person.
My grandmother was the most humble person that I knew.
The most humble person I've ever met is my father.
My rabbi is the humblest person I've ever met.
My father's a very humble person. He really is.
Maybe I hang out with the wrong crowd. I don't know if it's too many